Hello, and welcome to the filming of the making of the London Homebrewers Guild group batch, the Oktoberfest Lager-Kolsch, depending on what you did. I'm doing lager. So what I'm doing right now is an all-grain batch for the first time. And got my turkey fryer. Had to set up a different sort of setup there because I've noticed that parts were missing. But what I needed to do wasn't very difficult. So I got the bar screwed on, bolted on, the regulator on, regulator's over there, and yeah, made it stable, and as you can see, it's working perfectly, and this pleases me. So right now I'm just I just have an unmeasured amount of water in there. I'm just gonna bring it up to a boil. That will just do a quick flash sanitization before I get started. Got 3 pots of water on the stove heating up, including the amount that I'm going to use to mash with. And everything's ready to go. The hardest part today, biggest challenge, and what's been keeping me from doing all grain in the past is straining the mash into the brew pot. Well, I think I have a plan for today, so we shall get her done. And I get to test out this little camera that I got for my birthday. Anyway, we'll get back to you. Alright, hi. So I'm just gonna we got everything up to temperature. Looking good here. Just awesome. Totally digging this. Just gonna make sure everything down here is good. So I have a heat diffuser on the bottom here, as I said before, and that's going to keep the direct heat off. I don't want to scorch any grain on the bottom of the pot here. Apparently that adds nasty flavors. I don't know, that might work in a German lager, who knows. I don't know anything, I'm just experimenting today, after everything I've ever read in my life. It's kind of fun to try to apply your knowledge, you know? You should give it a try. I'm just kidding, you already do. Okay. It's time to add the grains. Alright, so yeah, I forgot I was recording this event. Sorry. We've completed the mash. I did it for about an hour and a half at pretty much 158 to down to 150. I just kept going up and down and right in between. Basically, so average of 155. That's where I tried to keep it, just because it seemed to be easy. And yeah, so Mike, this is for you. In there, what I've done is I've modified some of my gear. I sawed off half of my shepherd's crook for racking, and what I did was I hammered it in through the hole. So I need my stopper now. That's the stopper. Suppose I could chop this off. I think I'll keep it around. And what I've done is on this side I've taken another bit of the food grade tubing there, and I've drilled tons of holes through it. It took me a while. Also had to file down the plastic shavings. I'll have to refine it even further later, but I'll get that done. And around the plastic tubing I've tied off a bit of nylon bag just to help out a little bit more with the filtration. So what I'm going to have to do is keep stirring this up and keep draining her into the brew pot there. Might even trim this back a little bit too. It might behoove me to do so. Anyway, yeah, this is called MacGyvering your beer operation. My large mash tun has done its job. I'm very impressed with it. Okay folks, I'm just going to drain this guy off, and then I have water on the stove. We're going to start the sparge. As soon as we get enough liquid in there to do full batch, we are golden. So, in terms of making my first all-grain batch, I have to say it wasn't really difficult. It is just time consuming, and I have a lot of cleanup to do afterwards, so I can see why a lot of guys say it's a little bit on the tougher side. It's tougher, is just a lot more steps involved and a lot more care, I find. So, great experience though. I think we've got a good conversion here. I like the color. Looks pretty good to me. It's, I don't know if the camera can really show it, but yeah, all in all, I have to say, very impressed. Not too of the shabby. See if I can get more of the liquid down there, and the more we drain off here, the easier the sparge will be. Alright folks, I'm just gonna get this done. There we go. So what I've done is I've strained out all the grains, and that's my wort, and I'm just running it through the filtration system one more time just to strain out any large bits. And yeah, I'm really impressed with this. This works out really well. I like the color, I like what I see. Oh, just putting it back in. I have to use the big brew pot. I got a little bit of boil over protection. I might end up with a 23, 24, maybe 25 liter batch, depending on how much boils down. So I'm just gonna cool off a chunk, take a gravity reading, and we'll see what's going on. But yeah, man, sparge complete, grains removed. Got a lot of bread to make, huh, Robbie? And yeah, cool. I know how to do it from here. So I'd like to thank Rob Williamson for coming over and giving me a few pointers. They were disgustingly invaluable. And to Rob's wife for running around the backyard with my son while Rob and I talked shop. Anyway, just gonna drain this and filter it, and we'll start the boil. Rock and roll. Now we're up to bringing her to a boil. Got her on the heat, and the wind has picked up a little bit, so I'm wondering if I should reduce the size of the what is that, the heat disperser down there. Interesting. Looks like somebody wants to come out. Felix. Hi, buddy. I stop shooting now and come back to it a little bit later when it's heating up. I'm getting there. We're approaching the break here. There it is. Whee! And we have a rolling boil. Time for the hops, yo. Alright, so I've begun the hop cycle. I've got Hallertau in, 1.5 ounce, and I have 1.5 ounce of Tettnanger to go after in about 20 minutes or so. Alright, and then, yeah, hour boil. After that, I'll chill the wort, throw it in the fermenter, toss in the yeast, and Bob's your uncle, Shanny's your aunt. still proud of my contribution to this affair. And just as a safety measure, it didn't get too hot, I've noticed, but I have been dousing the deck with water, just as a safety measure. And it's a pretty hot flame. Not going to take any chances. So, with the wet deck, it's not even going to scorch. Mission accomplished. Keep some fire marshal off of my ears. Excuse me. There's something in my throat. Oops. I think I hit record by accident. Okie dokie. Time for the second round of hops. Got first hop bag boiling in there nicely. And there we go. Perfect. Yeah, everything is working out nicely. So, I just threw 2 tabs of Irish moss in. There's 10 minutes left in the boil. And then we'll chill the wort and pitch the yeast. Oh yeah. Smells delish. And I've boiled down a sufficient amount. When I took the gravity out of, I think I mentioned this already, but if I didn't, I took the gravity out at 1.044, which was basically 10 points lower. So I've noticed I boiled down at least 2-3 liters. There were at least 2 or 3 liters in there extra, so this is a good thing. I'm expecting the gravity to rise because of that, which is good. It smells awesome. Yeah, so all grain batches are a lot of work. Not heavy, it's not so different than what I was doing before. It's just more gear to wash. Weird jury-rigged setups. I think I did well. And yes, I bucked the safety. So there's basically a 30-minute dead man switch on there. If you leave it unattended for 30 minutes, obviously it shuts off for safety. If you're deep frying a turkey, which is what this thing was intended for, that's probably a really good thing, but no, I want a steady boil. With the mash, it was off most of the time anyway. With the boil, it's a nice steady flow of gas, and a big pot like this, it's around 48 liters, 48 quarts around. You follow the quart system. System that uses quarts. Imperial, yes, I know. Yeah. 48 quarts. Anyway, there's no way it's going to boil over. All in all, this was a really fun batch of beer to make. This was made, at least 5 or 6 other people made this as well with the London Homebrewers Guild. Shout out goes to them. Yeah, this is the group brew, the Oktoberfest, so hopefully my submission will be of everybody's liking. Better be. You guys told me what to do. Just kidding. No, it's not. I guess I'm not kidding. It's true. You know, we came up with this together, so cheers, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the winter. Delish. Alright, so I've just chilled and aerated the wort and filled it just up to the just under the 23 liter or 23 quart mark, and they're roughly the same. Yeah, just about to pitch the yeast. So here it is. It's the Oktoberfest lager. I aerated the expletive deleted out of this wort, and I'm confident it's going to be good. The final gravity, the starting gravity, after everything was said and done, 1.050. Oh yeah. Okay, maybe 4.9. Fine. Right, well, I'm going to pitch and stash in the corner where it's cold. Alright, so there are a few members of the guild who are making this and who are pitching a Kolsch yeast. Kolsch, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's really, really good. I'm pitching Saflager S23. 15 grams going in dry. Alright, start with that. So yeah, just gonna go give it a stir and we're good to go. Not much of a stir, but just so it breaks through the foam a little bit. It'll get there. Nah, maybe I'm just gonna leave it. I don't know, leave in the comments below. Should I have stirred this or should I have left it? I left it. Okay, bye. And here we go. Last shot. Here it is in primary. Everything should be good to go, and we'll check back on it in 7 days. Alright. Cheers, and thanks for watching. Alright, so I just learned something. By not doing anything or stirring it, it's still dry. It's been about an hour since I pitched it. So, just kind of get her in there. That's a nice clear wort. It's really cool. It's settled down quite a bit. Yep, I'm digging this. Just gonna get that. I'm just gonna go sanitize a spoon and give that a little stir in there. So now we know. Yep, give it a stir when you can. Okay. Bye. There we go. And
hey for me, Dave.
hey, buddy.
Hi.
Neat, huh?
Let me smell it.
Good smell.
It smells good.
Thanks, buddy.
I don't want to take a shower. My band-aids will break off.
Well, we'll get you new band-aids. You know that.
So go take it off. You take it off?
Yeah. Well. Beer's over. Family time awaits. Night beer. See you in 7 days.